don't know. We'll probably have to use some of those bigger receivers. What roster has all those tight ends? We'll find some bodies. We'll find some bodies.
You guys are number 6 against the run and held Georgia Tech to 146 rush yards, but this is a much different test against A.J. Dillon and this Boston College offense.
Yeah, they're just give you a whole different level of physicality and their ability to play action off of it. They can create a lot of issues.
They have, going back to the tight ends, they have 5 that have at least 5 receptions. What do they do to get those guys out in space? How do they kind of scheme them?
Well, they'll run them out there. They'll block and then release. They get in wings and slots and they motion and shift and swap them out of the backfield. They just find a lot of different ways. They get in a lot of 10 sets, 4 wide looks as well with their 2 tight package, and create 10 and 11 sets both, 3 and 4 wide looks. So give them they're big body guys that have excellent hands and body positioning, and have some savviness and craftiness to them.
With as much as you've been rotating your guys this season and playing the reserve, do you think this is maybe just the freshest that your defense has been at this point in the season?
Oh, no question. Yeah, without a doubt. And just probably in a long time, maybe the freshest, whatever that means. Just less wear and tear on the bodies, which is good for a lot of guys that have played a lot of football, with some of our older guys.
As a guy who appreciates physical football, can you at least appreciate and admire what they do?
Very much so. Yeah, very much so. And, just I think the success of their team on both sides of the ball is the lines of scrimmage and doing it the right way, the purest way to do it. And, create a level of toughness. You can't shy away from it. It's hard to hide. So, they physically have imposed their will on a lot of people this year.
Is there anybody else that goes big and also goes tempo like that?
Probably not the same. They're kind of in a family by themselves. I mean, as far as teams that we see, I don't know if Stanford does or not. I know Stanford in the past has used a lot of tight ends to create a variety of formations, but I don't know if they've incorporated the tempo with it.
Dillon is a really rare combination of size and speed. What is it about him that makes him so successful?
Well, he's got great instincts and, again, a great physicality, runs well behind his pads, so he runs through a lot of trash. They force your secondary to tackle him by scheme. So big guy versus little guy creates a big advantage. It'd be like running the Paul drill and the 200-pound linebackers going against a 300-pound tackle. We know how that's going to go most of the time. It's not going to be good. So that's what it is. It can be a physical mismatch.
Their quarterback Anthony Brown's having a pretty good season. He's second in the ACC in touchdowns. How does he compare to some of the quarterbacks that you see?
Yeah, he's a terrific player. Really understands their schemes well. He's a dual threat guy, and so they move the pocket with him quite a bit. Sees the field well, and does a great job selling all their play actions, taking what's there, throws the ball with leverage and to the right spots. He knows how guys are going to get open. So, he's a complete, all-around quarterback.
Given their depth of talent at that position, do you tweak your defensive approach in that regard?
With their what?
Given their depth of talent like that, do you switch just an average game for you?
Yeah, I wouldn't call anything average. We're going to have to amp up our physicality. At the point of attack with our back seven, is going to have to play the most physical game we've played all year. And again, their ability to throw the ball is, it's a problem, and because of their effectiveness running the football. So they create a lot of stress, very similar to Georgia Tech, just again a different, delivery. So, we're going to have to match the physicality to have any chance. So whether that's the D ends, You know, these are NFL-type tight ends. We haven't seen as good a blocking and receiving combo, the whole season. So this would be a great test, for the perimeter guys, our edge players too.
Coach, you were without Mark Fields on Saturday,
Mm-hmm.
and then AJ, of course, gets the targeting call in the first half. How do you feel about where Mario is right now in the season?
Yeah.
Progress he's made?
I thought he came in and did terrific. He's coming along, and he got in the game, and whether or not they tried him, I think they threw over there a few times, but I thought his positioning, his attitude, his focus was right, and really had no real problems. He did some really good things that are quote-unquote behind the scenes that showed, some of his maturity, and pleased with, his effort in getting in there and, executing what we needed him to execute. Mm-hmm.
Brent, Isaiah got the pick 6 on Saturday. He seems to have really transformed out of that safety and that linebacker.
He's coming. He's still coming. He's under construction. But that was a great play in the game. Was our play of the game. We give a play of the game on defense, and that was it. Come at a good time, and just kind of snatched a little bit of momentum, and we were playing okay at that time. Just up through that part of the game. I think that was still the first quarter, wasn't it? Was that still the first quarter? But it was a very good play, and I think he's got a great future because he's got a great attitude. We know his skill set, but he's a lot to learn. He's growing pains every week, and some of them are noticeable, and most of them aren't. But he knows what they are, but he's a worker, and he's coachable, and again, that was a really good play in the game.
I think AJ's missed a couple games this year. He's probably a game-time decision for this game.
For AJ?
Yeah.
AJ Dillon. So what about it?
I'm just asking, does their game plan change at all when he's not in, or have you seen him? How does that change?
I mean, I think they've got, a number of quality backs. They're still, he's missed a few games, and yet they're still playing for a division championship, on the line this week. So I think that speaks to the depth that they have and their ability to use guys different ways. 23, they've used them through the early part of the year, in a variety of ways, whether it's the shotgun zone read stuff or a lot of screens and getting him out in space, but he gets in there this last week, and he'd done it prior to that, into their heavy stuff, and he'd run hard and tough and physical between the tackles too. So very explosive. Is more like our number 9, and maybe a little bit heavier, but got kind of shiftiness and change of gear, but runs with good power and speed and runs through trash as well.
You're watching the past couple of games. I realize everybody loves to talk about the defensive line. Do you think 34 is?
He had a great game.
Everywhere, maybe outside of your
he had a really good game this last week, and probably might have been his best game of the season. And I don't have to sell him. He's been a model of consistency, particularly the last 3 years, and is a critical part of our success. And so he can play multiple positions, and got great instincts and moves and tackles well and understands the game. So Kendall's been a huge part of all of our success, critical piece.
Seems like sometimes he arrives at the ball carrier before the ball gets there. Is that just film study, instinct?
Yeah, all of it. Yep. He anticipates and film study, good instincts.
Coach, Denzel Johnson made a big open field tackle to prevent a first down on Saturday. Has the play of Denzel and Nolan been one of the most pleasant things about the season for you?
That's probably accurate. Just very noticeable their progression, very evident, and maybe the most improvement of any position. And that comes through they've played a lot, so the more they've played, the more comfortable they've gotten. And but that was a really good play in the open field. Our other safety had the same opportunity to make the play. So, he and Nolan both have really come on.
You mentioned he a lot of guys, definitely with your brilliant linebacker and the guys you're developing back there. Can you elaborate on those guys a little bit?
Yeah, again, we've played a bunch of guys, and they've all gotten in there, and have a guy like Chad Smith's gotten in there and always shows up, or J.D. Davis has gotten in, he always shows up. Jalen played really well against NC State, for example. That was probably his best game of the season. And a number of guys, you've seen Shaq Smith get in there and really do some good things as well. So that's helped the starters, as well, by having, some good quality depth in there and to keep guys fresh. And I've been real pleased with the progression there.
All right. Thanks, Coach.
All right, yep.